To make you something. It moves me. Take it to a movie. Hey! Madu!
Oh,
Good morning,
boy.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Manners first and foremost. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the wake up call for Tuesday morning. It's the final day of August 2021. There'll never be another day like this, right, Gilly?
No.
Never be another day like
History
this.
will observe this and take it and keep it for itself. No other day like this. Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah, man. Welcome to the X. You're listening via 88.5. You're listening via 104.3, www.x104fm.com, or your favorite app this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome wherever you are across the length and breadth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the rest of the region, US, UK, Canada, Africa, Asia,
Right.
and outer space.
I've always noticed that traditionally people tend to forget, there's Asia and Africa. And we got a few listeners.
Double A's.
Yeah. And South America. Yesterday I
South
saw
America.
a few comments coming from South America.
In Spanish?
So, no.
English,
It was like, recognizing that the location is English based.
Okay.
The communication was entirely English. All right.
Very nice. Very
Hey, say good
nice.
morning to the folks on the not the WhatsApp. You say WhatsApp. on our live. You can say good morning, guys. I just throw the comments up. You know what I mean? We're just
Yeah. Good
making
morning.
sure
If
that
you-
we
if
touch
you-
base with each other. It's like a nice little tailgate meeting. We're just gathering everybody together, before we head out to the house or do the normal things that we're going to do on a Tuesday.
Yeah. If you want to check us out live, we're live on Facebook at Extreme104SVG. Also on YouTube and Twitch. So pick one and let's run with it, all right? If you want to hit us up on the WhatsApp, you can hit us up at 4301043.
Yeah.
When you're ready to call, 4571043. Good morning, Rose. How you doing? If you're on the road right now, good morning to all the van drivers, passengers, conductors. Let me see who I'll say good morning to. If you're delivering snacks or drinks right now. Even cement, but then again, they move cement in the night.
They
Good
do.
morning to you. Good
They
morning
do?
to you. Yeah.
Well, usually I'm not around in the night, you know what I mean?
Remember, I live
Why would I be
also.
doing in the night? What would I be doing in the night, Crystal?
You don't have to be out on the road.
Mark
to know
when
that they're-
people delivering cement.
Yeah. Come on, man. Good morning to Big Bad Shark as well.
Yeah.
Good morning to all the security officers. Good morning to the folks in the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines police force.
Yeah.
I like to say service.
The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force.
Speaking of which,
Wow.
I know some time ago we had raised the issue of the quarters up in Montrose.
Yeah. Is it Montrose?
Montrose.
Going up Lago Heights.
Lago
Yes.
Heights. Going
yeah.
up Lago Heights. Up there, right next to the
All
Prime
new
Minister's
Montrose.
residence, right?
It falls within that gambit.
Yeah, in there. Right next to the Prime Minister's residence and the horrible state that it's in.
Yeah.
Right? I would like somebody up there, right? Hit me up and let me know if there's been any
Resolution.
movement, any improvement, anything has been said to date. Because I'm keeping up with that one. I'm following up with that one.
Crystal, that is not, it's not, I know people generally like to identify a problem and things is going to be solved immediately, but it takes a lot
Really don't come with
in
that.
terms of logistics.
not-
First of all, you
No,
have
no,
to
no, no, no.
identify the funds, where it's going to come from, and then you have to get the suitable contractor, put that in place, and the contractor has to
Do you
mobilize.
know what takes probably an hour to do?
What?
Finding out from whosoever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm speaking possibly about the commissioner or the police welfare department.
Yeah.
Finding out from the relevant individuals if we are going to go forward and do anything about it. And then coming back to the police.
Who's going to find out? You going to find out?
I said either the commissioner of police,
Right.
Mr. Colin John,
Right.
or the police welfare department. Finding out from whosoever they need to find out from whether or not something will be done about the issue. And then going back to the police force and saying, guys, we have spoken to XYZ. Going forward, we would look into this matter and deal with it. It may not take a week, it may not take a month, it may not take a year, but we will work on it.
So you don't think
That'll
that
take an hour, 2 hours max.
that is not going to take an hour or two? That's going to take more than that.
A phone call and conversation.
But I think that conversation probably happened already.
I have seen things happen in shorter periods of time. Promises made in shorter periods of time.
During the political season, but you're not going to get that right now. It's
Well,
going to take. It's going to take
yeah,
more
but at least
than a call
an
from the
update
commissioner of police.
to the guys to say, okay, all right, we're gonna look into this, and there's something in the pipeline. Story done.
Yeah,
All right, we'll chat back in a month.
Crystal, I believe in the unicorns. Actually,
Good for you, man.
let me say
Good
hello
for you.
to Monica. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Kente. Kent is on the live. Let me say hello to George Ballantyne. Good morning. Crystal is all in yellow. I wonder if that's a representation of her feelings this morning. Do you feel yellow?
I feel bright like a bubble.
Wow.
Bright like a bulb.
Like a
Can't believe I just said bubble.
Bubble is bright sometimes. You know what I mean?
I feel bright like a bulb.
Right.
Actually, this was the first thing my hand pulled this morning, so.
So you just pick things out.
I just pull things and put them on and come to work. Tomorrow it might be,
Might be red.
It might be red. The next day might be green,
Yeah,
and the following Friday might be
That's the color of
Friday.
the flags.
It might be blue.
It might be blue. All right.
Who knows? So we got a couple of things to touch on this morning. All right. So let me go down the list here.
All right.
So yesterday, right, I saw some videos on social media of an apparent river come down out Sandy Bay.
I think the scientific word is lahar.
Lahar, okay.
Right.
Right?
Lahar.
And I was really confused
Spanish.
because I was in Annisville.
Yeah.
And
it was
sun
hot.
was hot as
It was
hell.
hot. It was super hot. Trust me.
I'm like, yo, no, that's not from today.
Yeah.
That's not from today. This is a hoax, but it was in fact correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You could swear St. Vincent was as big as
the
another
U.S.
country.
Yeah.
The U.S. where one part is experiencing one weather phenomenon and the next is just totally different.
Yeah, but
Wow, it's
but
something, man,
it's not the first time it has happened, and I'm not a
No.
geologist or meteorologist, but I think the scientific person had said that we're gonna be
Richard
experiencing
Professor
him,
Richard Robertson,
him representing the whole
UE
cohort,
Seismic
Right.
Research Center.
said that we're gonna get that. One thing that I picked from this because there was a piece from Kenton, and one of the lady inside that piece was talking about the issue of basically the arrival of these new rivers that just came from nowhere, and they are encroaching on their property to the point that the property is in danger, and it is creating an unnecessary hardship for the folks up that side. Significant hardship in terms of moving back and forth. And
Actually, you boy,
I don't live in that area, guys.
I may sound a certain way when I say this, but I think at this point, if you've moved back and forth at least twice, you shouldn't go back. Just go forth. Why are
Okay.
you going back?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
listen, the reality is, right, Professor Richard Robertson as Hurricane Man. I just have to condition my mind to say
To
the
say
correct
Hurricane
thing.
Man. Last year, I had a different name. Go ahead.
Yeah. The only thing constant is change.
Right.
So he had told us from the get-go that the effects or the things that we're seeing now, they're going to be here for the next 2 to 3 years because nature has to take its course and nature has to
do all that.
in a sense, clean up
Right.
itself. So really and truly, for those persons who would have been affected one time, I wasn't going back. I know that the government was putting things in place to assist persons, getting some land. I know they were talking about some land from Montgomery Daniel.
Yeah.
Putting some
But you
homes
saw
there.
the size of the houses?
I know
Those
that
are matchboxes.
some people have the issue with the size of the homes because some families are larger. It should have been possibly indirect
Equivalent to
correlation
what I'm losing.
what they
I can't have a
lost.
4-bedroom house and you put me in a matchbox. And then
with 20 people in a home and you put them in a
I have this
Yeah, that
idea. Once you start putting me in these settlements, it's tenement yard that is going to develop. And I always think that these low-income houses will develop into tenement yards
Don't be
later.
hitting on
I've
low,
seen
man.
that in Portmore.
That's
no,
that's
I'm not being
Portmore.
derogatory, but
Portmore
I
is
think
where? Portmore is where?
it's in Jamaica. But
Okay,
I
and
always
that is
think
not here.
these little settlements, these organized settlements, generally descend into like ghettos eventually. Like
Nah.
maybe like in 50 years
Nah.
they descend into ghettos, you know.
50
and-
years. Okay, no, but
Yeah.
nah.
Not
I
right
don't
now.
think so. I don't
in
think
the
so.
immediate. But compensating, I'm saying
The
if
low
my
income, Gilly, come on.
no, I'm projecting.
I mean, Hurricane Man, come on.
Yeah, I'm
No.
projecting. But
No.
Crystal, let me just go back to my point.
Mm-hmm.
If the value of my house is 100,000, you're going to relocate me, right? I think that I should be equally or more for the pain, compensated for the loss that I'm going to leave behind. You know.
Do you think that the government has money to equally or more,
But
especially or more?
have you seen? I think I read recently that we have our revenue have jumped significantly, is outpaced, and that I think is as a
Jumped
result of grant
significantly
inflows. So we got money coming in.
Jumped
And-
significantly from what?
In comparison to previous years, in terms of the revenue side of the budget, has seen
Okay,
a
and
significant improvement
revenue
because of
encapsulates-
grants coming in.
Okay,
So
I'm
money
glad
is
you
there.
said that.
Money is there.
Revenue encapsulates different avenues, right? So different sources.
Right.
Doesn't mean that we're really making money.
But we get in. It's just like if I'm your boyfriend, no, and you were making like $2,000, and I come along and I'm a rich boyfriend, and I love you so
sorry,
much,
Ro.
I'm giving you half of my salary. I give you $4,000, which means that even though I'm giving you and didn't work for it, your income has improved. So there is
Why
money
you
coming
have
in.
to say I gave you it, you didn't work for it.
But
Why have to
you
stress
sound
that
like one of
part?
those strong
Yeah,
independent ladies.
nothing to slip me in. Nothing to slip me
Oh,
in.
carry on, Crystal,
But
in your yellow.
yeah, that's one.
With your
That's
yellow
one,
self
that's
this
one.
morning.
Don't stress the yellow, like the yellow hotting up your head or something.
We will
all right.
find out. We'll find out.
So that's one. There was an accident on the.
Yeah, it's,
I still can't understand that accident.
Okay, so I'm coming from the leeward side of the
Uh-huh.
island. If you're up on top Kittels, where the Gabion basket is, that's Gabion. It's Gabion or Gabion? It's Gabion or Gabion?
Well,
No, the basket. Where you put the stones in. It's Gabion baskets. Man.
Oh!
Yeah. Just to protect the mountain side around top
Mountain
Kittels.
defense mechanisms there.
Right,
yeah.
right. There's the defenses, right.
Right.
So apparently, there's a nice little stretch there, and the van drivers somehow like to speed down that stretch. I think I'm theorizing here that the driver at some point was unable to navigate the curve and just went almost over the bank, you know. But that highlights something that is that I personally find difficult right now is the amount of speed and the amount of accidents that is happening on our
Right there?
roads. Yeah,
Or generally speaking.
on our roads, and it's because of speeding. You know, there's a lot of issues with
Reckless
that.
driving.
Reckless driving.
Because some people could speed and drive good, yeah?
Yeah.
And have real good control. I'm not talking about me, but have real good control of the vehicles.
Okay.
Right, but it's
Crystal
reckless,
doesn't speed.
reckless driving. All right, somebody says, good morning. Special good morning to my friend Hurricane Man and
Good
Crystal.
morning.
Drone Kelia, have a blessed day.
Let me see what I got over here.
right, all right.
I got was it Raquel Crease? Good morning, Raquel. I'm showing love to my
Facebook
my
folks.
Facebook folks. You know, I mean, so
Yeah.
in love with that. All right, so
All right, so
any other
a
thing?
vehicle was on
Yeah,
fire
I saw that last night. That
Where was
somebody
it?
that was on
Lacroix?
my in my snaps. Where's Lacroix?
Up the road by the
Listen,
boxing
I'm from the
plant.
leeward side.
Up the road by the boxing plant.
Mr. Who's it with a J? Lacroix, up the road there. Honestly, there was a vehicle on fire last night. I saw it on my snaps.
I hope nobody was hurt or anything.
I'm wondering. I know my friend. There is always a problem with vehicles on fire up that side of the island. I don't know. I know my friend managed got a issue some years ago. He was driving and his vehicle just caught a fire like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the vehicles are built for that terrain or what. I don't know. Because we don't get a lot of fires down on the leeward side of the island. I'll be driving and then see a vehicle on the side of the road like that.
Maybe you drive the wrong times.
Maybe not in the night, as I said, with
Yeah,
the
not
cement truck.
in the night. Not in the night.
But good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. You know, I noticed something last night as well. I was just doing some scrolling.
Okay.
I noticed that our numbers for COVID-19 DJ Lano says, good morning.
Good
as well.
morning, Lano.
All right. I noticed that our numbers, quite low. Our active cases, quite low. Thank God, because I don't think we could handle anything more than.
So you think we're doing? We think we're doing a fantastic job in terms of managing our COVID numbers.
Whatever it is,
What
keep
it
it up.
is it vaccination? Well, it can't be vaccination because
No,
we have the
whatever it
lowest
is,
numbers.
keep it up. Keep it up.
Well, it has
So
to be the management of it.
perhaps because one of the things that would prevent more persons from contracting COVID is containment.
Yeah.
So, especially for those who are coming into the country, contact tracing, testing, all them things would work into play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, keep it up. Big up to the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and the Environment.
that highlights in terms of when you make the comparison to the Caribbean, it means that we're doing a good job. Because if you look at the numbers,
Or COVID must have done run through the country before we even started dealing with COVID.
I don't think so. I think they did a significant amount of testing. It just means that we're doing a good job. Barbados is experiencing a bit of problem. St. Lucia, now Grenada, after all that lockdown, has now seen a rise in the numbers. So it means that we are doing the government, the people, the management, the CMO, what is it, the public people, the public health persons are doing a good job.
Although quite a number of people are now walking around without masks, but what are you
That's
gonna do? You can't run behind them. You can't
Anyway,
run
Chris.
behind them. You can't run behind them. So as it stands now, we're at 23 cases that are currently active. Praise the Lord.
That is good.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Good morning to Denver, and good morning to my extreme family, Crystal, Wild, Gilbert, and Jose.
I got another name.
On this Tuesday.
Morning.
I don't know what's happening with Gilbert there. Lord, him Gilbert with Denville.
Denville.
I noticed in Jamaica, as we're talking about COVID-19, in Jamaica, they had to close down their stadium because of the amount of people that were trying to get themselves vaccinated. It was like carnival
Yeah. So,
there, which is rather interesting.
Why?
Because when you look at like people's tweets and people's comments online, you would get the impression that Jamaicans on whole were against getting the vaccine.
Initially.
So
So
they've changed their minds?
they set up the stadium site
whole
as that
stadium.
point for vaccination. And when it started, the anti-vaxxers already. You're gonna die. You're gonna die if you take the vaccine, etc., etc. They were doing overtime, and it seemed like people were hesitant to that. But apparently, based on what was happening, people start dying. If you look at there's a pic right now on I think it's a Gleaner that shows people lying on the floor in the Mandeville Hospital, and people basically got scared to die. And I'm saying maybe I hope I don't get crucified for this. I hope it doesn't happen in St. Vincent, and then you start seeing your neighbors dying, or your family dropping down like that, and then you don't want to go to hell, so you start going by the various health center to get your vaccine. It sometimes, as you say, it's a wake-up call, not Crystal wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. You know what I mean?
Well, no pun intended, but that's how it is sometimes. All right, that's how it is sometimes. I think we should touch on the e-bus system this morning, because I noticed something whenever I stand at the bus stops, at the bus terminal. When I check that little screen there, by the way, there's an app as well. When I check that little screen, most of the times, buses that are coming, it's a line across the screen, which means there are no buses coming. But there are buses on the street.
Yeah.
Like almost every 5 minutes, a bus is passing me, but it's not showing up on the screen, which says to me that probably majority of the buses have not gotten on board with the e-bus system, and I would like to know why.
It was poorly.
I would like to know why.
You cannot be a chicken farmer, right, and start building a pen and don't have any chicken. It was poorly conceptualized. It was poorly conceptualized. You are billing like you're billing a stadium and you're hoping people would come.
How is...
They never.
You
they
don't
never,
even come with that because we
never-
built an
they-
airport and we said they will come and it is working. Is it not?
No.
Is it not?
No,
The
it's not
airport is
working now.
The
It's not working
international-
now. It's there.
it's closed down?
But it's not working. No, it's not closed down.
So we don't have
do me that,
international
Chris.
flights?
Don't do me that,
Don't-
Crystal.
we don't have international
Don't-
flights?
Don't do me that, Chrissy. Don't do me that.
Come on, man. This
I
is
am
an
saying-
advancement.
I am saying, someone went somewhere and somebody offered a beautiful piece of technology. Now, instead of going and start bring the persons in, like, listen, I need to get the van drivers aboard of that. They just went ahead and put the infrastructure in. All right, but anyway, we'll do that later
That
on.
was talked about for some time
Talk.
before.
Yeah.
Right. So it was talked about for some time before it actually came physically
It was
in
poorly
place.
executed when they were delivering the
Okay,
product
so whether or not
to
it
the
was
end user.
poorly executed in
Poorly
the beginning,
executed.
right? It is there now. So what is the excuse?
They don't want it. You listen.
Well, that is the point. So whether or not you had said before, you
But
had
it-
seminars in the get-go before you put the infrastructure in place, they would not be on board with it point blank. It don't matter what you do. Unless you say you have to get on
No,
board
you
with this.
you needed to court the people. They never courted them. You know what I mean? Like, entice them. They didn't
They
entice.
enticed them, they offered vouchers, they offered money, they offered this, that, and terror.
Subsequently to that, listen. Anyway, that's probably later on. Chrissy, let's. I need
take
to
a
drink
break,
some
right?
coffee.
We're gonna take a break right
Buy
now. We're
my
gonna take
peeps
in
on-
some
on,
music.
yeah.
As we head on up, it's about, let me see if my maths is still good. 13 minutes on to the 7 o'clock hour. As we get closer to 7, we'll give you your X News and your local weather report. It's a wake up call for Tuesday morning, wherever you find yourself this morning, whatever you're doing.
I love you, Crystal. I love you. I love you.
Good or bad.